When opportunity knocks, you got to make sure to answer the call, and nobody knows that better than our friends at the Guam Department of Labor. Janela Carrera is here. Hello, very good
Hi.
to see you.
Hey.
All right.
Great to see you.
You know, the agency that gets you and I working is working really, really hard because they have a Guam Apprenticeship Forum, Janela, that's coming up on the
Yes.
29th, and this is big time.
Yes, it is a big deal because we haven't had one since 2019. So that's
Pre-pandemic.
yeah, pre-pandemic, exactly. And so we're really excited to be hosting this forum next week, Tuesday. We've been planning this for several months. Actually, since last year, it's just we've had some setbacks. We had the elevator situation,
Mhm.
so we had to kind of push it back. And now we're like, you know what? Let's just get this going. So for the last several weeks, we've been working hard at it. We finally set a date. It's going to be at the Hyatt Regency Guam. And for the last several weeks, we've been cold calling. We've been calling some companies and just saying, hey, you know what? Please come on down to the Hyatt on the 29th and come join us for this Registered Apprenticeship Forum. And we're really excited about it.
Okay, now who is the target audience? Because, like, you know, by definition, Guam Apprenticeship Forum, I'm thinking, you know, people who would want to become apprentices, or is it already people that are, you know, like mentoring in that thing, or is it like companies that are in need of you know, qualified talent? Like,
So that's actually a great question. So when we had the last apprenticeship forum, it was all stakeholders. It was just everyone and anyone you can think of when it comes to registered apprenticeship. This time, we're putting a little bit more of a focus on tax incentives and businesses who want to get into the Guam Registered Apprenticeship Program. And the reason for that is because we noticed that there's a need to put and promote that program out there in the community. If you see right now, the economy is kind of in a downturn.
Mhm.
You know, there's businesses that are struggling to hire skilled talent, and we want to promote the Guam Registered Apprenticeship Program, or GRAP, to businesses in the community who are struggling to find talent, who are struggling to find people, who are struggling to hire people, and you know, are saying, you know what, we have high turnover, we're seeing people in and out the door, and we want just a solution out there that can help us uh, pick up people and keep them at our establishment. And so we're saying, well, here's a great program. Here's a great program that not many people are aware of. And
Very
so
nice.
when we go out there and we talk to people, you know, we mention this program to them and we say, hey, have you heard about GRAP? Have you heard about this program that gives you a tax incentive up to 50% off? And they're like, wow, I've never heard of this.
Yeah, any business owner would like hear 50% and tax incentive, you know, they would
And
leap.
they're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And so we share this story with them, and they just, their ears just perk up
Okay, and this
immediately.
is important to know, everybody, because I know a lot of people would probably hear apprenticeship forum. Okay, I see the value in that, and people are going to immediately think it's for specialized labor for the
Right,
military buildup. But
exactly.
this is way bigger than that.
No, no. So, and that's kind of like the misconception about GRAP. When they hear about registered apprenticeship, they think about, you know, skilled labor, they think about trades,
Mhm.
but it's actually not just that. Yes, traditionally, maybe in the past, that's what it was, but there's over 2,000 jobs that are apprenticeable. And so you can go actually into the state job bank and look at all the jobs there that are apprenticeable, all the occupations. And the website that you can go to, it's called ONET Online. So it's ONET online.org, I believe.
Excellent.
And you can look at all the jobs that are apprenticeable. Now, it's going to take some time. There is a lot of paperwork involved. So, of course, you know, in the beginning, it might seem cumbersome, but I promise you, once you get your foot in the door, it's really worth it. And so we've had some companies who have been in the program for years now. Some companies who just started and have gotten their foot in the ground. And it runs the gamut from maybe just 2 to 3 apprentices all the way to 20, 30, 40 apprentices. So we've got a range of companies, small businesses up to large businesses.
Mhm.
And the tax savings, I'm telling you, it's in the millions
Mhm.
collectively.
And
It's
that's
in
the
the
one thing
millions.
that even, you know, like as we've covered stories and as you've gotten more involved in government operations, we've always learned that, you know, in times of crisis, opportunity eventually, like,
Yes.
makes itself available. And this is one of those instances.
Yes, yes. And so that's what we want people to understand, and hopefully they'll learn more about at this forum. That's kind of the focus. However, we do want to emphasize that you cannot really get into the Guam Registered Apprenticeship Program, or GRAP, unless you're in registered apprenticeship as a whole. They're two different animals. There's registered apprenticeship, and then there's GRAP. So in order for you to get into GRAP, you need to also get into registered apprenticeship. So they're two separate things. So we will also cover registered apprenticeship, and John Beneventi with GPA.
Yep.
He's going to be there. He's going to talk about how he started off as an apprentice, and then he worked his way all the way up.
Uncle John actually started in engineering, and he's a fantastic public speaker. He's got a lot to teach.
He did. So he's gonna cover that topic, and we're really excited about that. So we've got several businesses who've been sponsors or partners with GRAP, and they're going to be there. They're going to talk about how they got into GRAP, and they're going to cover the benefits. We're going to have some intermediaries or partners who will be able to share how they can assist businesses in getting all the paperwork, all that structure, and how they can get into the program. And so we're gonna cover it all. Anything you ask or any questions that you might have as a business, we're gonna get all those questions answered.
Miss, I have one question.
Sure.
How much is it to actually attend the forum? Because that's a concern of mine too.
That's the best question ever. It's absolutely free. Absolutely free. Lunch is covered.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
great spread, by the way.
Yeah,
So
it's at the Hyatt. They got really good food
they
over
have
there.
the best food.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's free to attend, and if you want to register, I suggest you do it now. The space is very limited. We're filling up really quickly. So it's dol.guam.gov/GAF. That stands for Guam Apprenticeship Forum. So that's the registration link, and I have the graphic for you, so it's probably showing up right now.
There you go.
GAF. So again, dol.guam.gov/GAF. Just register. We are limiting it to 2 per company, but that's because, again, space is limited. But we do encourage and really highly encourage those who are interested in GRAP and really want to learn more to come and attend and learn more about GRAP.
Absolutely. Registrants, you've got about a week. It happens on Tuesday, the 29th.
The 29th.
So, Janella, well done. And we'll see you over there.
Thank you.
Right.
And we invite KOM too.
Absolutely.
Yes, please. You might have apprenticeable positions.
I would actually like to check that out. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not just all electricians and mason experts and everything. I mean, that's fine and everything like that. But what are some of the examples before we go?
Some examples that
computer science or
computer science, HR, accounting.
Okay.
So you can get your HR people or accounting people to get into apprenticeable occupations. There's IT. There's customer service representatives. So that's a very popular occupation that's apprenticeable. And we have a lot of customer service representatives that are within, the industry.
All right. So business owners, 50% on your tax incentives, possibly. And people that are looking for more information, attendance is free. I like those numbers.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Janella.
All right. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it.
Puncak final